I'd like to welcome everyone here. Do you recall the argument given by the Prime Minister, Defense Minister, Finance Minister on why the New Deal was required? Do you recall the argument? The argument was based on two things. Number one, price. Number two, the fact that Air Force needed planes quickly. So I'd like to take you, I don't want to waste much of your time, so I'd like to take you to this document that is the note of the negotiating team, where, and I will read from the document, the updated financial statement of Dassault Aviation for financial year reveals that the company has backlog for Rafale aircraft of 83 numbers, 38 France, 21 Egypt, and 24 Qatar. In financial year 2015, Dassault Aviation manufactured and supplied 8 Rafale aircraft, 5 for France and 3 for Egypt. At the production rate of 8 aircraft per year, Dassault Aviation would take at least 10 years to complete its present backlog of Rafale aircraft. Considering the current backlog of 83 aircraft, Rafale aircraft with Dassault Aviation and its current production rate of 8 aircraft per year, the delivery schedule being offered by the French side in the IGA is highly optimistic. The fact of the matter is that the new deal that Mr. Narendra Modi signed gets India the aircrafts later than the original deal. Number two, on price. Again, document of the officers who, the technical experts, the economic experts. On price they say, the final price offered by the French government, which is escalation based, is 55.6% above the benchmark, which is for firm and fixed price. Considering the future escalation till the time of delivery, the gaps in the benchmark and the final price would further increase. So here stand demolished the two pillars on which the entire government's argument for the New Deal are based. There is only one reason the New Deal has been carried out, and that is to give Mr. Anil Ambani 30,000 crores. पूरा argument मोदी जी का, जेटली जी का, निर्मला सीतारमण जी का था कि एयरफोर्स को हवाई जहाज़ों की जल्दी ज़रूरत है, और नई डील इसलिए की गई क्योंकि वो एयरफोर्स को हवाई जहाज़ जल्दी देना चाहते थे. इस नोट में जो डिफेंस मिनिस्ट्री का नोट है, जो टेक्निकल एक्सपर्ट्स इस डील को नेगोशिएट कर रहे थे उनका नोट है, इसमें साफ लिखा है कि इस डील में हवाई जहाज, अंतिम हवाई जहाज 10 साल में आएगा. मतलब इस डील में हिंदुस्तान को हवाई जहाज पिछली डील से देरी में मिलेंगे. और दूसरा, इसी डॉक्यूमेंट में उन्हीं अफसरों ने कहा प्राइस के मामले पे, दाम के मामले पे, कि अंतिम जो दाम फ्रेंच ने ऑफर किया है इस नई डील में, वो 55% बेंचमार्क प्राइस से ऊंचा है. मतलब 55% एक्सपेंसिव है. तो दोनों जो पिलर्स थे, ये डॉक्यूमेंट उनको खत्म कर देता है, डिमोलिश कर देता है. इस डील का सिर्फ एक कारण है, नरेंद्र मोदी अनिल अंबानी जी को 30,000 करोड़ रुपए देना चाहते थे. सवाल पूछिए.
We'll have to go one by one. No, you please don't do that.
I'll come to you.
We'll come to you.
The CAG report today said that the pricing of the Rafale deal in 2015 was 2.86% lesser than the earlier price, but the CAG report also does not mention prices. Also, it says that the offsets has not been gone into.
Absolutely. So the first question is, why is this document not in this report? Because this document was the document of the team negotiating. These are the experts. So why are we not seeing what we are seeing here, which is the dissent note that they have placed? This is the officers saying, we do not agree with this new deal. This new deal is rubbish, this new deal is a con, this new deal is robbery. This is what these officers are saying in diplomatic language. So why is this not here? Question number one. Question number two, something interesting, you mentioned 2.5%. Well, even if we say they have not talked about cost, and even if we say this document is not in this CAG report, FM said, Raksha Mantri, FM and Modi ji made different statements on price, and they said that the new deal is between 9% and 20% better in financial terms. So the CAG report is saying that they lied in the first place. We don't agree with the 2.5%. But even what they are saying is calling Mr. Narendra Modi's and Raksha Mantri's bluff, and I think they made this statement in Parliament, if I'm not mistaken. So even they are saying that Mr. Narendra Modi, Mr. Arun Jaitley and Raksha Mantri lied to Parliament when they said 9% and 20%. But I don't even buy this. I don't buy this 2.5%.
It says in para 2.3, in the offer of 2007, Messrs. Dassault Aviation had provided the financial and performance guarantees, the cost of which was embedded in the offer because the request for proposal had required the vendor to factor these costs in the price bid. But in the offer of 2015, there were no such guarantees. And finally he says, however, audit noted that this was actually a saving for Dassault Aviation when compared to the previous offer. And they forget to include this cost, which according to the INT document that has been published in the paper today, which Congress President showed, is close to 1,000 million euros or €1 billion. And number two, the audit report, despite recording, fails to include that for 126 aircraft, the cost of India-specific enhancements was 1,400 million euros, but for 36 aircraft, it is still 1,300 million euros, which is a 300% jump. Almost.
That, by the way, is where the corruption has taken place. That's exactly where the corruption has taken place. Because the India enhancements cost the same for 126 aircraft as they cost for 36 aircraft. And that's exactly where the corruption money has gone. Right? So, to recap, this is a document which was a dissent note placed by the negotiators, financial experts, military experts. This document has no mention of this. There is no mention that the negotiators actually placed a dissent note, that the negotiators actually said 55% cost escalation, that the negotiators actually said that delivery would happen later in the second deal. This is not here. Even if we take that, and even if we say, okay, fine, the 2.5% increase that they talk about still catches the lie of the Prime Minister, the Defense Minister, and the Finance Minister of 9 to 20% escalation. Final thing, please study the India enhancements. 36 aircraft, cost of India specific enhancements for 36 aircraft is the same as the cost for India specific enhancements for 126 aircraft. This is very convenient. Randeep ji, how much does that money total up to?
For 126, sir, it was 11 million per aircraft, and for now it becomes 36 million per aircraft. So addition of 25 million euros per aircraft.
So 25 million euros per aircraft are suddenly required to make the same India enhancements. Right? That is exactly where the corruption has taken place. And there is no, this is now black and white. And I'm telling you again and again, let Mr. Narendra Modi come and have a discussion with me, with Randeep ji, with anybody he wants. Let's sit down and you put your case. You put your case about your reasoning, your logic, and let us put our case. Let the country decide. जनता डिसाइड करे. नरेंद्र मोदी के साथ मैं कहीं भी किसी भी समय राफेल पे डिबेट करने को तैयार हूं. आ जाएं, कोई प्रॉब्लम नहीं है. अब हमारी मांग सिर्फ यह है कि आप कहते हो कोई घोटाला नहीं हुआ, जेपीसी कराओ. अगर आपने कोई घोटाला नहीं हुआ तो उससे क्यों डर रहे हो? तो इट्स क्लियर. Let's not fool ourselves. There's only one potential answer, and that is Narendra Modi has given this money to Anil Ambani.